Bob's wish is that this is a listening place, and you guys have shown that extraordinarily. Like, even when I got up here and started just doing strums, the way the room just got so quiet. It was just extraordinarily excellent. So thank you for that.
More cookies.
4 years in music school, and I get beat down by a box of cookies. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more on my own, different instrument, also Canadian. I was telling a really good old friend of mine, former bandmate, I used to go to Music 6000 up in Lowly, and they had Godin guitars made in Canada. I used to just be like, oh God, I want one of those someday. And then here it is, 30 years later, and I own 3. They're cool guitars. Canada's a cool country. What are you gonna do? All right, so I'm gonna do 3 more for you. All right, just stand here and play these 2 chords over and over. I don't know, it's so tempting. At what point does somebody just run up and start yelling at me? Just stop. All right. If love is a lighthouse, love is a ship, life is a voyage, or a one-way trip. Would you take a cruise with a fool like me, under the stars, over the sea, down so deep, deep as sleep, way up high, high as stars up in the sky. If love is a lighthouse, love is a ship, if life is a voyage, or a one-way trip, would you take a cruise with a fool like me, under the stars, over the sea, loving true? Beautiful breezes blowing through, sailing on the ocean blue, me and you. We can find our way, 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 together on the ocean blue, together, me and you. Love is a lighthouse, or love is a ship, life is a voyage, or a one-way trip. Would you take a cruise with a fool like me, under the stars, over the sea? Well, would you? Well, would you? Well, would you? That song used to have a different chord progression, but I just like that. It's so uplifting. So I forgot to tell you the story about that. That was written on Christmas morning 2014, and I had just met the woman who was going to become my wife. Well, I'd known her for 2 months. And I wrote that song about us. And yeah, actually I looked at her, I was singing the end of it, and I almost cried there. So I'm a sensitive fella. So yeah, so that's about, hey. And we've done amazing things since we've been together. She actually was born in Germany. So one of the amazing things I got to do was I got to go live in Germany for 2 years. It completely transformed my life and was an incredibly awesome thing to do. And this next song is a little, I wrote this about her hometown before I'd ever been there, or I'd been there once. But this was kind of originally from her perspective, because she lived in Germany until she was about 21, and then ended up in the US. She didn't think she was going to be here. She married a GI. And most of her friends, the GIs, hung around in Germany. Well, in her case, they got sent back to the States. So she's suddenly in Tennessee going, wait, what's this country all about? So she had an adventure. She's had an amazing life. She's an amazing person. But her hometown is just exquisite. So it's called Weinheim, but in the local dialect, they call it Hoquiam. Because in their hometown, if you can save vowels or you can save lip movements, you're winning. So instead of Weinheim, that's a lot of consonants, right? A lot of vowel movement. So they do a lot of that with their dialect. They really like to save those consonant sounds. Don't waste your time on consonants and vowels. So the name of her town is Hoquiam, and it's cobblestone streets. It was started in 750 AD. So, and I got to live there for 2 years, and it's also a little bit dedicated to her dad, because he was about 8 years old when the war ended, and so I don't really think 7 and 8 year olds had much to do with all the crap that was going on before that. They were just kids trying to eat dinner and have a lunch and get along and not get destroyed. So I always think about her dad about 20 years after that, so around 65, right? He's like, what would it be, 27 years old? And he's a builder and a carpenter and a firefighter, and just how proud they must have felt, one, to still be alive, two, that they were building their nation back, and they were actually, buildings were being put back up. And I mean, I don't blame an 8-year-old kid. I don't love what happened prior to that, but I certainly don't blame an 8-year-old kid for what happened. So there they are 20 years later, and they're just trying to rebuild their country. I don't know what happened, but we still need houses, and we still need to figure out how to feed our families. So there's this whistling thing in that, and that's just about how those workers probably felt going home after having worked all day to, restore a building or build new houses, because it feels good. When shadows fill my day, memories carry me away to the town that I call home, where I never feel alone, my town. Schädel Wiesen, einsanft Wind tragt mein Herz übers Meer. Meine Freunde und Family setzt mich frei. Ich will in Wohnung sein. Green hills everywhere, castles in the air, town that I call home, where I never feel alone, my town. Schädel Wiesen, einsanft Wind tragt mein Herz übers Meer. You've been there. So meine Freunde und Family setzt mich frei. Ich will in Wohnung sein. That means I wish I was in one. Promise that I hold true. I will return to you, town that I call home, where I never feel alone, my town, my town. Talking about one, talking about one, talking about my town. Alles bin eine Wohnung. I forgot to tell you what those German words mean. Too late, sorry. I think it says in the program, actually. So I mentioned my troubles during the teens. So one of the hallmarks, I think, for a songwriter, if you're not writing, it's kind of a big danger sign. And during the time I was married here, from 07 to 11, I didn't write but maybe 2 or 3 songs. And again, not noticing my own shadow, I was like, oh, later I was like, duh, if you're not writing songs, something ain't right. But, so I moved back to Olympia. I told you about Golden Light, the house there. Still wasn't, I guess I wrote Golden Light, but I wasn't writing much. And then one day I was riding my bike home from the Tumwater Safeway. There's some people here that know what I'm talking about. You know Tumwater, where it's right on the edge of Olympia, that Safeway? Oh wait, I gotta look at the Olympia people. And the line in this song was, I used to be a kind man living like a blind man, letting my wounded heart lead me astray. And one thing, if you're a songwriter, you get a line comes in your mind, you're like, oh my God, that's cool. And then I'm on my bike, so I can't write. So I get home, okay, where's a pen? Grab a pen, paper bag, pizza box, doesn't matter, write down, okay, I got it. And then that just led to the whole rest of the song. But this was kind of the first time that I could really tell my story about what had happened those prior 4 years. And what was really cool was I got it produced, and I hadn't been recording it all either. And so I got it tracked, and I did the bass and drum parts and all that. So then I shared it with my teaching colleagues at a school in Tumwater, and they didn't even know I was a singer-songwriter and what I did. And so it was really like this, both telling the story of what had happened to me, but also like for the first time kind of becoming much more public with my colleagues that, yeah, I write songs and I record songs and stuff. So it has a lot of power that way, but I think it's an interesting story. You decide. I used to be a kind man, living like a blind man, letting my wounded heart lead me astray. I wanted love so bad, gave up everything I had, gave up hope, and walked away. I used to be a sad man, posing as a bad man, so I had to say goodbye. She treated my love like a drug she needed all of. I was nothing but an easy eye. But I wish I knew then what I surely know now. Love is an action, not just a vow. Love is the giving, love ain't the gift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. I used to be a good man, I'd do it like you should, man. Perfection was my middle name. Lost inside my story, going for the glory, a winner in the devil's game. I used to be a hard man working in the yard, griping about the kids inside, sitting on their asses, wearing 2D glasses. I gave them wings and they wouldn't fly. But I wish I knew then what I surely know now. Love is an action, not just a vow. Love is the giving, love ain't the gift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. Love is what you do when you help him on his way. Love is what you do when you brighten up his day. Love is the shining of the sunlight on the trees. Love is the flowing of the river to the sea. Love is what you do when you set something free. Love is what human beings were put here to be. I used to be a small man hiding in a tall man, looked like a giant to the world outside. A lamb inside a lion, an eagle afraid of flying, a boat adrift on the tide. But now I pay my dues and I cherish what I choose. I recognize it's all divine. I know love is what I do and it's true for you, but learning can take some time. And I wish I knew then what I surely know now. Love is an action, not just a vow. Love is the giving, love ain't the gift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. Love ain't the falling, love is the lift. This is just such a cool space to play into, and you guys, that was like the most amazing sense of being listened to I've ever had in my life. Thank you. Or except when I yell at a room full of second graders, they listen pretty good then too. I'm joking. I was actually a teacher that didn't yell, but never the little kids. All right, I think we're at the sensitive portion of our evening where I'm going to sing a ballad with Kathy. Okay.
My husband.
Where do you need
Oh, there you are. Hi. Hi.
Have fun.
Okay. You're next. After me.
I always wanted to do this whole Frank Sinatra thing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, Bing Crosby. You know those old weird 40s cartoons with like Bing Crosby, it's sort of this surreal caricature? So this is a song that I wrote at a time I wasn't living what this song was about at all, but I was hoping for it. So like in the depths of darkness, I was writing about what I was hoping to find someday. I wanna win my day in your loving arms. I wanna make you smile, keep you safe from harm, hold you close in the night and hear you say, love is golden, love is true. Love in my heart, it shines for you. Right or wrong, near or far away, and all the love deep in my heart that was there from the very start. But I shine like a big old sun when I think about you. And I can be blue and I can be green, I can be kind or I can be mean, I can be scared, but today I'm as brave as can be. Knowing there's nothing but love, knowing there's nothing but love waiting for me. peace with someone you love ain't easy to do without help from above. To fill your heart with the wisdom to see love is golden, love is bright. Love will be my guiding light, right or wrong, near or far away. And all the love deep in my heart, that was there from the very start. But I shine like a big old sun when I think about you. And I can be blue and I can be green, I can be kind or I can be mean, I can be scared, but today I'm as brave as can be. Knowing there's nothing but love, knowing there's nothing but love waiting for me. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kathy.
You're welcome.
That's beautiful to hear. All right. So as promised, got to play once with Kathy, and now I get to play with Bob. So there's a person missing who's a Buddhist that I know of that kind of belongs in this set of people here. And when I recorded this song, and I haven't been shamelessly plugging my own music, but right here it shows my website. I was worried about doing this because I was feeling like a politician, because if you ever watch the news and then there's a guy talking, and then they break into, and if you want to support me, go to this website. So, but there's a version of this song we're about to do at the website. It's called Getting By. And totally in the studio, I just made up this thing at the end of it, this whole set of voices, trying to be a bit better Buddha. And if you ever work in the studio by yourself in the late hours, without chemical additives, I might add, but you find these moments, you just create this thing, and you're just like, oh my God, that's so funny. And usually I just start cracking up, especially when it's around vocals. I just start losing it. Like I go, oh my God, that's so ridiculous. I'm going to do it. So this was the line, I'm trying to be a bit better Buddha. I don't sing it that way in this ensemble, but that's kind of what the song is about. It's about going through the grind of everyday work, but then forgetting like to just notice the flowers, notice the smells, notice the breeze in your hair, because we all get caught up in here and we forget about all this is just going, and this is probably the most important thing to plug into. And so that's kind of what trying to be a bit better Buddha is all about. Yeah, I was hoping to introduce that idea to Eric. I'm sure he knows it. And talk about an existential version of this song. Hang on, I gotta switch one set.
It's not me this time. I'm not on yet.
Oh, yours thing went off. You turned it off. I didn't turn it on. Is this one? Good, I can practice my French. L'esprit est à la fois outil dans la prison. Libérez-vous. Libérez-vous. I bet it's a thing they get plugged in. So when I was rehearsing here, I've always heard like this French behind this chord progression. It just seems so like, but I don't know French. So I was doing that around Kathy. And then she's like, Kathy is so cool. Like, she's just like, let's get stuff done. Let's do stuff. So she's like, you just got to do that. You just got to figure it out. So I was like, you're right. She's always right. I think she's always right. And so I went and looked up some French stuff. Thank God for Google. So anyway, this basically says, your mind is a tool or a prison. Free yourself.
We're gonna start the song from the beginning.
1, 2, 3. Short weekend, got a long week ahead. Peek out a window as I climb out of bed. Morning is here, the weather's okay. Just enough coffee to start my day, but I feel like I'm just getting by again. I've been working hard, I've been walking tall. My dreams are big, but my budget's so small. I can just